Welcome back, everyone. It's your girl Tally back again with another video for you all. Um, wow, as you see today I'm in my natural element. You feel me? Like I have my natural hair popping. This may come as a shock to some of you guys, but I was actually this natural for a very long time, from like 2014 to 2018. I was pure natural like this. So this is nothing new for me, but it's different. It's different and I love it. Okay, and I might keep it like this for a couple more weeks. But other than that, everything's been great. I've been doing fine. I hope you all are doing great as well. I see my views on my videos are going up, which is a great thing. I'm happy. People are watching and hopefully getting what they need from it. If you find something that maybe doesn't resonate with you or you don't agree with, that's fine too. So you're letting that slide, getting what you need, and letting the rest be what it is, right? So I'm happy for that, and I'm very grateful as well. So today I have another topic for you all, and been living it, and of course I'm living it, and then it just pops up in my mind like maybe you should make a video about this. And before I make this video, I know I use my hands a lot. I'm missing mad nails as well, guys. Leave me alone. I had a mishap with one. I thought like I ripped the skin off one, so I have to wait for that to heal, gradually take the rest of these nails off and get my nails done again. So leave me alone. But other than that, back to the topic. Again, like I said, it's something I've already been living, and then the idea comes to my head, boom, make a video about it because it's important. And the thing is that what I've come to find out, what I've come to see is in this life that we live, guys, you either, and I'm going to use the terminology that I want to use, and then of course I explain it to you. But in this life that we live, you either put your foot on its neck or allow it or let it put its foot on your neck. Okay, and I'm gonna explain to you what I mean, but what I'm saying is you either put your foot on whatever it is, its neck, or you let it put its foot on your neck. And I believe that's the life we live as human beings. In this life we either stand up, we be confident, we persevere, we endure, and we overcome, or we can lay down and let this life have its way with us. And it's literally two choices and no in between. You either see somebody triumphant, accomplishing whatever they set out to accomplish, going at it full force, overcoming many trials and adversities, or you see somebody laying down and allowing anything to happen to them, or worse, being content and comfortable where they are, and it may not even be a good place, but because they've been there so long, it just feels comfortable. And that's what I've come to learn and know. And when I say put your foot on its neck or let it put its foot on yours, this literally could mean anything in life. All of us are born with our different battles that we face, our different struggles. Everyone is different in that area. So you know what you face. You know what you struggle with. So you know what's you have in your life, what you're going through, what you're dealing with, that you're trying so hard to overcome, or maybe you're not, but you see like this thing is taking advantage of you. You have no self-control when it comes to this area, and you see that maybe you're fighting it, maybe you're not, but you see that there is something that you struggle with when it comes to your self-control. I wrote down a few things here, but everybody's either familiar with one of them, going through one of them, or you can even have something that's not just on this list. So don't think just because it's not written down on this list, it's not something that you're dealing with. All right, life in particular. When we talk about life itself, life is what you make it. It's what you put in. There's a good quote that says your daily habits contribute to what kind of life and future you want to make for yourself. And I believe that is 100% true. So if you get up in life motivated, confident, focused, going full force at your goals and your dreams that you set out for yourself, then you're making your life the way you want it, the way you envision it. But if you wake up in this life defeated and feeling downtrodden and feeling like everything's against you, feeling like there's maybe like pessimistic, like there's nothing good out there's nothing good coming for you, it's not even worth it to try to work towards something, then that's the life that you're gonna live. So in that circumstance, life has its foot on your neck because it has drained you of all the hope and faith that you can possibly have, so you can see the results you want to see, so you can live the life you want to live. But because it has knocked everything out of you, you have no faith in it. So life has its foot on your neck. And a couple ones I chose as well. I said your childhood trauma. You know, a lot of us deal with that. But there's a lot of us who don't want to go back and visit those things because either you don't think it's important to your future, which it very much is. People don't think these kind of things, that's why we call it trauma. Trauma has an impact on you. All right, whether you want to visit it or deal with it or not, it's affecting your thoughts, your ways, and your feelings today, no matter what. And the worst thing for you is for you to have something that happened to you that you're trying to block out of your memory. It's affecting the way your actions today. It's affecting your thoughts today, and you don't even want to go visit that. You don't even want to go heal from that, and it's negatively impacting you today. So you either go back and visit that, or trauma is going to have its foot on your neck. You either go back and visit that, work through that stuff, siphon through it, get some understanding, some wisdom, some peace behind it. That's what the ultimate goal is. So because it's going to be tough when you first go back there, because you're going to feel like that kid that didn't understand why this happened to you. But the purpose of going back there is for you to finally understand, to get some kind of understanding about it, so you can finally arrive at some peace for your life. And if you choose not to do that, then that trauma, whether you know it or not, is going to continue to have its foot on your neck. And then this goes with money, relationships, drugs, sex, porn, masturbation, food and weight, insecurity. Did I say alcohol? All of these things are vices, or some sort of mental things that can have its foot on your neck. So the person I am today, and if you watch many of my videos, I've probably already told you guys that I'm someone who doesn't want to be a slave to anything. I don't want anything to feel like they can control me or have its foot on my neck. That's what I call it, because that's what it is. Something that feels like they have power over me. And this is not about anybody else, but this is me versus me versus the things I've gone through. I want to be an overcomer. And I know a lot of you probably watching this video, you either see yourself as that, or that's someone or something that you aspire to be. That's a level of yourself you just aspire to ascend to be an overcomer. You don't want anything to have its way with you. You don't want to be a slave to anything. But unfortunately, this world we live in, there's so many options that it provides to us for us to become a slave to something. There's always an outlet, because if you don't deal with what's going on the inside of your heart and your mind, you're going to have to find something to fill that void. And more often than not, we find things that are even more detrimental to us. So we go through something, it makes us want to smoke weed. It makes us want to drink and get drunk all the time. Why? Because we're not dealing with the root of the issue. That's what it is. Like we think it's normal to be high every day. We think it's normal to get drunk every day, or get drunk every weekend. We think those things are just like normal. Hey, I'm living in a party life. No, because I realized when I got healed from many things, when I got healed from certain things, I lost the desire to do a lot of those things. And if I ever if I ever were to indulge in any of those things, like the next morning, I'm gonna wake up feeling like my life is out of control. I'm gonna wake up feeling, even though it's not true, because one night of a loss of control doesn't mean your whole life is out of control, but that's what you wake up feeling like. You wake up feeling like you're off track, like you're unfocused on those goals that you had for yourself. You kind of waking up feeling like, yo, if I don't do something right now, I'm gonna, lose track of all the good things I'm working towards, all my goals and my dreams. So it makes you never want to do that again. So when you get healed, you're gonna find out a lot of these things you're doing, you're not even going to desire to want to do these anymore. You're just doing this because you have something that you're trying to fill. Maybe you're lonely, all right? Maybe everyone around you has a relationship and you don't have a relationship. Maybe you don't have the best of a relationship with your family or your friends. That's why you're doing certain things that you probably don't agree with, but for right now, it makes you feel good temporarily. You're having sex constantly with someone you don't even love, or maybe with different people. This is a sign to you that you just want some kind of intimacy, some kind of closeness and affection, but in your head you feel like the only way you can get it is when you give up your body. The only way you can get some kind of sense of acceptance is when you give up your body. But I'm here to tell you that the love that you're looking for, you're not looking for a transactional love. What's gonna fill up that place of loneliness, what's gonna fill up that yearning for love, it's not gonna be anything that's transactional. It has to be something that's unconditional, something that's gonna be given to you without expecting anything in return. And you don't have to settle for anything transactional. You don't have to settle for you giving yourself over to something, and probably something that doesn't even value you, probably something that doesn't respect you. You got to get to the bottom of it. Sweetheart, sis, you got to get to the bottom of it, because what we don't realize is, even though those things temporary fill a void, they take more from us than we can ever know. They take more from us than we ever realize, until we hit that rock bottom where we have no choice but to realize what's been going on, to realize how far gone we've gone. When we talk about money, when we talk about money, it either has its foot on our neck, or we either has its foot on our neck, or we have its foot on its neck. Now, when it comes to money, I see that a lot of people feel like money, you only could be a lover of money if you have a lot of it. And that's not true. Money can control people in two ways. Either it controls you because you have a lot of it, or it controls you because you don't have a lot of it. So you have to chase it, because life is controlled by this constant chase for money, because you're always ending up short. So it's up to you to figure out what you're gonna do. Do you feel like for the next 30 years of your life, you want to be somebody who money controls like that? You want to be somebody who you're on a constant treadmill of chasing money because you feel like you never have enough? Or are you gonna make a plan in your life where you're gonna accomplish something? You're gonna go on you're gonna set in place some kind of plan, that you don't have to be someone who whole life is consumed with the thought of, oh, I need money, I need to get money. Because I'm telling you, I know for a fact money doesn't bring happiness. I know for a fact items, material things doesn't bring happiness. I don't have to be a millionaire to tell you that. I don't have to be a billionaire to tell you that. All I can say is, listen, here we go. I'm a young beautiful woman. Hello. I have my own place. You feel me? I'm holding on my own place. I have my own car, my own nice car. Basically anything I really want, like anything I really want, I can get. Like anything, like I want my nails done, I can get my nails done. I want my hair done, I can get my hair done. If I want to go on a vacation and trip, I'll go on a vacation and trip. Like I'm not a millionaire, but I can make things happen for myself. That's just the type of mindset I have. And if I'm going through a season where I'm feeling things about myself on the inside. Oh, also I can buy whatever clothes I want. I can buy whatever clothes I want. I have a whole bunch of shoes. I love shoes. I love heels. I love sneakers. Yeah. So if anytime I'm in the mood to go purchase some clothes, I can do that for myself. I don't have to be a millionaire, but I'm telling you, like, anything I want and anything I really want, I write it down or I just have it in my head and I make some sort of way to go and get it. That's just how I am. Period. But if I'm going through a season where I'm not well emotionally, like I'm not feeling well about myself, or my self-esteem took a hit, something, none of these things around me can make me feel good. None of these, if I'm going through some kind of relational drama, anything in this world that you go through, it doesn't matter how successful somebody would say I am. It doesn't matter what kind of good job I have. It doesn't matter how nice my car is. It doesn't matter how clean and how paid off my house is. It don't matter what kind of shoes or clothes I have in my closet. None of those things help me feel my best. Those things really I just see it for what it is, which is just material things. So if you're thinking material things is gonna make you happy in this life, it's not true. It's not true. So you either find a way to use money for what you need it for, but not let it control your life, or you're gonna be one of those people that money has its foot on your neck, whether you have too much of it or you don't have enough of it. Money's gonna have its foot on your neck, and money doesn't have its foot on my neck. I know I have to make money to live a certain way I want to live. That's it. But when it talks about doing anything that is against my morals for money, when it comes to overworking myself to the point that I don't care for myself properly because of money, it's not gonna happen, because I can't allow money, even though I want more of it, even though I want more success in my life, I want more money, I want to have access to more things. Even still wanting that, I can never allow money to dictate me, to dictate my decisions when it comes to my morals and my values. Relationships, my God. And relationships is an area that I'm very interested in, and I'm also very passionate about. And if you look around this world, like, relationships affect so much. Relationships affect so much in people's life. We just had 2 instances. That man who just killed his what was it, his wife or his girlfriend, and he had like 6 kids. I don't know if that's how many kids, but he had like 6 kids with her. Or that other woman, that nurse who, I guess she was in traffic and she killed like 5 people. All of that stemmed from relationships. So I don't know if we like to undervalue it, or we want to act blind to the fact that relationships dictate a lot of actions that people do, a lot of things that people do, a lot of our thought patterns, the way we go through this life, how we feel about ourselves a lot of the times, the way we show up in this world, in other people's life. Relationships in our life dictate a lot of that. All right. And of course, when you're in a relationship, you're with this person, you're building a life with this person. Of course, the health of that relationship is going to affect you in other areas of your life. But what I see is that's a category a lot of people don't like to talk about. And not only they don't like to talk about it, a lot of people don't believe that they need help in those areas. They grew up, they didn't see a healthy relationship ever in their life. They didn't see one healthy relationship in their life. And for some reason, they think that they're going to have one without doing the work, without going on a journey, discovering some knowledge, some wisdom for relationships. What makes you think that? A relationship is not something that is, you're not born knowing how to do relationship. The best way you can learn is if you saw your parents in a healthy relationship, and that's something that most of us did not see. Again, a lot of us, we are too prideful to go out there and find some resources that can help us build better relationships. And I'm talking about romantic relationships. So you either humble yourself and go out there and find the proper knowledge, or get the help if you need the help, so you can build a better relationship, so you can pour into your relationship, so you could be a better person for your relationship, and you can expose that other person to a source that can help them be a better person for y'all relationship. You either do that and get the knowledge you need, apply the wisdom you get, or you just do this trial and error thing that I see that so many people are so comfortable with, and according to the data, most of you are likely to fail. Unfortunately, I know that's probably blunt, but that's the data. That's the data. A lot of you, more than half of you, are guaranteed to fail at this, and the other half, I don't know, a big percentage of the other half are gonna be unhappy. They're gonna stay and be unhappy. But this is what happens when you allow it to put its foot on your neck. You allow, instead of going out there and seeking knowledge and wisdom in any of these areas I mentioned to you, instead of you just think that you got this, you don't seek any kind of counsel about it. So what happens? You fall into the same traps that many other people are falling into, and then before you know it, its foot is on your neck and you're suffering the consequences. You know, the great thing that I like about me is that I'm someone who can acknowledge if something is wrong. And that's definitely a quality that I would look for in a partner too. Someone who can acknowledge when they don't have the right answers, they need help in something. They need help. They need other sources to help them take whatever it is that they're struggling with in their life to the next level. And that's what I admire. I admire that. And I knew in so many areas of my life, I needed that. I needed knowledge. I needed wisdom. I needed knowledge on how to eat better, how to eat better, how to take care of my body better. I needed knowledge on how to be a more confident person. Because I wasn't born with confidence, but I was definitely born with insecurity. And that's something I felt from a little girl, but I needed a way. I didn't want to stay like that. So I searched out a way how to get out of this. And I found it. So I didn't have to go about life living in a way that I didn't want to live like. In this world, we need to stop thinking that we have it all together. We need to start thinking that we know it all. Never. I know if you think that I put off that vibe, then you're mistaken. All I do is share with you the wisdom that I know, the wisdom that I found out, the wisdom that I went on a journey to find, to learn, so I can make my life better. And that's all I'm doing. I'm sharing what I've learned with you guys. You either allow it to have its foot on your neck, or you make a decision that anything that tries to come against your life, you put its foot on its neck. And how do you put your foot on its neck? You go find the knowledge and the wisdom or the understanding you need to combat this issue, to overcome this issue. So this issue doesn't have to be something that ruins your life. It doesn't have to be something that takes advantage of you for the rest of your life. And you also have to be willing to do something new, to do something different, to come out of your comfort zone. Because more than likely, whatever information you find out is going to require some kind of change on your part. It's going to require for you to do something different, because whatever dysfunctional way you've been doing things, you've been doing it that way. That way has been comfortable for you. But you have to be open and willing to do it another way, because you're saying this way doesn't work for me. I have to do it a different way. That's how you get the foot off your neck. That's how you get its foot off your neck. You have to be willing to literally do an about face, turn from it, and acknowledge in yourself that, listen, this way is no longer serving me. It's not good for me. It's breaking me down as a person. It's lessening and lowering my quality of life. I want a better quality of life. And in order for me to achieve this, I have to acknowledge this way is no good. The way that they used to do it is no good. The way that my parents used to do it is no good. And I have to adapt this new way of living and this new way of life. There's so many, it's just so many ways, small categories to talk about this and to just expound on with a lot of these things. But I'm just going to talk about the few that are the most dear to me. I didn't want to be a victim of my childhood trauma, or the bullying, the rejection. I didn't want to be a victim of it. So I had to figure out how to overcome it. And I did. But I had to go find out how to do that. I had to go find out how to love myself. This is not something that just comes to me naturally. One day you wake up, okay, I'm healed. No. You have to do the work. Relationships. For some reason, I always knew that there was something, like I needed help when it came to relationship, or I was gonna need help when it comes to relationship, because I've always felt something in that area is lacking. Probably started out with, the way I saw my parents, coexist. I just knew that I wanted something different and I wanted something more. So I already knew I didn't have the tools in relationships. So I had to do my research. I had to go on a journey. I had to go get some counsel from other trusted sources so I can learn how to do this thing differently. Because even when I got to the age where I started dating, I already seen that what my expectation was not the results I was getting. So if you ever have an expectation of something and the results that you're getting are severely different from your expectations, then that means there's some work that needs to be done. That means there's some knowledge that you're missing, that because you don't have that knowledge, it's negatively impacting you and you don't even know it. Because any area of your life that you're lacking in knowledge, it's having a negative impact and you don't even know about it. That's what ignorance does. You don't know what's out there. When you're ignorant to something, you have no idea. You don't know what's out there. But because you don't know what's out there, you don't know your options. You don't know your choices to open this door for you. So you have to deal with the consequences of not knowing. Period. So I always knew I needed to gain more knowledge and wisdom when it came to relationships. And so many people need that. That's like the number one area besides your own self-love. That's the number one area that a lot of people are lacking in knowledge about, and they need it. But they think that, they're too prideful to get it, so they're suffering the consequences of that. They're just doing relationship like trial and error. They're getting hurt, harboring that hurt, not being able to forgive, not being able to heal, and they just keep going through that vicious cycle, getting the same results. So overall, their just outlook on relationships, and it doesn't even stay in that relationship area. Their outlook on life changes for the worse. It's pessimistic because you don't know that you need help in this area. That relationship is not something that you just do like willy-nilly and it just works out. No, this is something that you actually have to be intentional about. You actually have to put in work for it. People don't know that. When it came to weed, if you watch my video, you already know for a fact I told you I did not want anything to have that kind of power and control over me. And that's literally the life that you should want to live. That nothing has control over you. Nothing has power over you. In a way, that's how the Bible tells us we should live. That's how the Bible tells us we should live. So this is just a principle from the Bible telling us that because Jesus Christ set us free, what he did for us, we should not want anything negative to have power over us. Period. I don't want anything to make me, I don't want to be waking up in the morning and anything to make me feel like, oh my God, immediately, oh, I gotta smoke. I gotta do this. Oh, I can't go this way because I have to smoke. I'm not going because I can't smoke. I'm leaving early because I gotta go smoke. No, that's like, you have an addiction, your addiction, you feel me? Like, and I don't want anything to have that type of power over me. So I live a life that, I do everything in a way that I can't allow to have any control over me. And if I see something having control over me, I have to leave it alone completely. I left weed alone completely. Sex, masturbation, porn, never really was my never really was my thing. Never really was anything that had any control over me. But I know that is something that has a deep control over a lot of people. And just like if it was weed or something, you have to decide if you want something to have that type of control over you, or do you want to get to a point in your life where you can have your foot on its neck, have your foot on its neck and say, no, this has no right to control my life anymore. I want to be better than this. I'm stronger than this. But what does that take for you to do? To realize, listen, I've lost control. I need something to change, and you need to go on your journey to figure out what you need to do to get the right help, the right sources for you, so you could come out of this. Hey, everything may not help, every source may not be a good source, but if you're desperate enough and you want to get out of what you're into, if you want to get out of what you're into, you're gonna try anything you can to try to get out of it. I remember when I wanted to get off weed, I started to go to free AA meetings. Can I say they did anything for me? No, but I was trying anything. Because I needed to get off something. You feel me? I was trying. So AA meetings, and I'm in the AA meetings. What I can say about AA meetings is I see it does a lot for a lot of people. There's other people in that meeting that AA meetings was their thing. It's the thing that they needed to get their life straight. And it's a great thing to witness. I was proud to see that. You could see it work for a lot of people. So just because it didn't work for me doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. But I'm just saying, I was willing to try anything because I wanted to get free. So if you want to get free, you're going to try therapy. You're going to try AA meetings. You're going to try whatever. You feel me? Because that's the journey. That's the journey. Try something. Food and weight, big thing in my life. A big thing in my life. I literally had to get 80% of my stomach cut off to beat this thing. Because I tried everything on my end. I tried diets, I tried working out. Working out really helped me a lot because I actually like working out. But the bottom of it, I needed to get my weight down. I needed to develop a different relationship, a better relationship with food. I needed that because food had its foot on my neck. And I didn't want food to have its foot on my neck. I wanted to be stronger than that. I wanted to overcome that. So I did a drastic thing to make that come into fruition. And I don't regret it. One of the best decisions of my life. One of the best decisions that God allowed me to open the door for me to be able to do. A lot of people won't believe that. But even the way that this thing happened for me, the smoothness of it, the approvals, the easy approvals, the way that door slid open for me, it couldn't be nothing but God that allowed that to happen. Couldn't be nothing but God. I'll tell you one day, but it's just the approval that I got with getting that VSG surgery. All right, the loan approval, everything. It was like nothing. You feel me? So glory to God. You know, like I did not want food to have its foot on my neck. So I was willing to do anything, starting with diet and exercise. That didn't work. A few years later, I actively fought it for from 2017 to 2022. 5 years of fighting. Come on now. I had to do something drastic. So, but yeah. Yeah, and now I have a way much better relationship with food. I'm not thinking about food every 5 seconds, every hour. You know, that's just a great thing that's a great thing to have overcome. That this is a new, it's like a new life for me, because, and that's how you're gonna feel when you come out on the other side of something. You're gonna feel like you're a new person. This is a new life for you, because you're gonna move to another quality of life. The quality of your life is gonna go up, because you no longer have to live your life with something literally holding you back, with something literally that has you in chains. Because a lot of these things, that's what it has us in. It has us in chains. It has us living in below our means, or below our standard, below the standard of living. It has us living below that, because that's what it wants us to do. It doesn't want us to become the better version of ourselves. It wants to keep us below, keep us under. All right, so food and weight, I'm crushing it right now. I'm an overcomer. Period. Don't you want to be an overcomer? You either get a hold of it, or you just allow yourself to get up there, go up there in that weight, and get big, and eat your feelings all the time, and that's what it's gonna be. I was my highest weight was 273 pounds. All right, within 2 years. 2 years, and I'm just being generous, but within at least at most 2 years, it could have been less than 2 years, I would have been 300 pounds. Okay, and I knew that, so I had to do something about it. I was not gonna let weight put his foot on my neck. I was not gonna allow that. Insecurity. I already talked about insecurity, but I told you I was born insecure. But do I want to leave this earth insecure? Did I even want to go into my 30s insecure? Absolutely not. So I had to do what I need to do. I had to find out, what that's about, and actually do the work, and work on my self-love, my confidence, build myself up, understand that God loves me. There's no reason for me to be insecure. I'm made different. I don't need to compare myself to anybody. I'm who I am. I'm made differently because of whatever I'm called to. I'm who I'm supposed to be. I don't need to be comparing myself to nobody except me for who I am, period. No reason to be insecure. God got me. Whatever I lack, God got me. And whatever I lack, I'm supposed to lack. And if I lack at it and I want to get better at it, I want to do better at it, guess what? I put in the work to get better at it. That's it. That's all it is. It's a matter of, hey, I'm not good at something that I want to be good at. I put in the work for it. It's not, I don't have to be insecure about it. I don't have to be jealous, hating on nobody about it. That's it. Clearly, that's it. And something big, when I was on the journey of insecurity, it says you're gonna always be insecure if you don't know who you are. If you don't know who you are, if you don't have awareness of your gifts, your talent, your not difference. It is like your difference. Your what makes you who you are. So your differences. If you're not aware of that, then that's gonna make you insecure in any room you go to. Because especially if you go in a room where you see somebody, they're good at this, they've honed in on what their gift, their talent, they know who they are. You feel me? Of course you're gonna be insecure. Of course you're gonna be jealous. You're gonna be hating, because when you don't know. If you don't know who you are, of course that's good. That has no choice. It's literally no other option but that to manifest in your life. So what happens? You need to go on your journey. You need to figure out who you are. You need to figure out your purpose, who you called to be. You need to figure out your gifts, your talent, what you operate well in. Once you do that and you know your strengths, you know your lane, you know what lane you in, then you're gonna give people grace to be in their lane, and you're gonna worry about yourself, and you don't have to worry about nobody.